Time to press play. Game dev magic brewing. It's launch day. Got the engine power, building worlds so bright. Pixel dreams and coding, lighting up the night. Tune in now, it's starting soon. Level up, we reach the moon. Free of Forge, it's time to shine. In our world, it's game dev time. Heroes rise from pixels. Every quest awaits. Destiny is calling. Open up the gates. XP points for gaining in this epic stream. Every challenge conquer, crafting every dream. Tune in now, it's starting soon. Level up, we reach the moon. Free of Forge, it's time to shine. In our world, it's game dev time. Heroes rise from pixels. Every quest awaits. Destiny is calling. Open up the gates. XP points for gaining in this epic stream. Every challenge conquer, crafting every dream. Tune in now, it's starting soon. Level up, we reach the moon. Free of Forge, it's time to shine. In our world, it's game dev time. Freedom Forge is ready. Time to press play. Game dev magic brewing. It's launch day. Got the engine power, building worlds so bright.
What do we think?
Pixel dreams and coding.
What do we think, team? New song. I think it needs some editing. Rise from pixels. Every quest awaits. Destiny is calling. Open up the gates. XP points for gaining in this epic stream. Every challenge conquer, crafting every dream. Tune in now, it's starting soon. Level up, we reach the moon. Free of Forge, it's time to shine. In our world, it's game dev time. Heroes rise from pixels. Every quest awaits. Destiny is calling. Open up the gates. XP points for gaining in this epic stream. Every challenge. Pick a tile. Hang on, I was just getting stuff ready.
Tune in now, it's starting soon. Level up,
bam.
we reach the moon. Free of Forge, it's time to shine. In our world, it's game dev time.
Something, something, game dev time. Whew. There we go. You're welcome. You are welcome. Whew. All right. Thank you. All right, let's get this music, little background ambiance, if you will. We'll
pop up our tasks. And what pow. All right, so this is the goal for today. The goal. I need to write this actually in our goal thing. We said screw the animations for now. We want to do drag and drop Bob P2. We're gonna do the drag and drop Bob part 2. The damn state machines. Yes, kind of. Not really anymore. We're ignoring them for now. But what we're gonna do is, so we ran into an issue. When we made a mechanic we thought was a good idea, but soon found out it wasn't a good idea, even though we made it. So what I'm talking about here is if we hit play, I don't remember if I broke it. I don't think I broke it. Okay, let me come over here, grab the ferry. And now, so we got, you click and drag. You click again, it goes away. And then you can click and drag again. Super cool, nifty mechanic. So we thought. So turns out we actually don't want to do something like this, because then Ironic brought up a really good point. What about the game balancing? Yeah, that's a cool idea to do that, but if we're trying to balance the game later on, I mean, what's to stop you from just like, the ferry's about to die, quickly make it go away, run away, and then you bring it back, and then it just heals itself back up. It's a little bit of an issue. Little bit. So we're gonna try to change it up a little bit. I think the new idea is that instead of doing it that way, what we're gonna do is by clicking the ferry, then you can click and drag the ferry anywhere you want within our attack range, of course. Anywhere you want. Clicking this won't do anything the second time. So what I mean by that is when we first get the companion, it will look exactly how it usually does, and it will function that way. So then you have to click and drag it out, and now you have it out. And then to reposition it from there, you just drag the ferry around. I think we're gonna do it that way, so then we can, if like our companion dies or whatever, we have a way of getting them back out. Alternatively, we could make it so you instead tap this, or this whole frame, I should say, and then they'll spawn in predetermined points, and then we can go from there. The Captain Coder! How are you doing? Hello, good morning. We are going over our new plans, because we made a mechanic that was super cool, super nifty, and then turns out it's really bad, and it's not what is ideal for the game. It won't work as well. This is the mechanic here. We got the drag and drop working pretty nice. Like you can click, it goes away, click and drag, comes back. Nifty, cool, but not good for the game, unfortunately. We can still use aspects of it, which is nice, but can't use the whole thing, unfortunately. So we're gonna try to fix that some way, somehow. So first tap on the party frame creates the companion to be dragged. So I'm seeing two different ways of doing this. The first way is we can have it pop out at a predetermined spot. So click the ferry. When we click here, we could have the ferry spawn like somewhere like here, just a predetermined spot, and then the player will click and drag it wherever they want. Or we keep the mechanic we currently have, which is you can just click and drag from the frame here. Oh, that's not the right keybind. I'm still learning this. There we go. Click and drag from here. And then you drag all around. So, 2 different ways of doing it. I think because we already have that like fancy functionality of clicking and dragging, I think we just keep that. And then we just have to add the functionality of doing that to the ferry, or like dragging the ferry around. That might be our easiest solution. This is mobile? It is, yeah. This is mobile. And like, there's no controls. The only controls that the player will ever deal with, besides like the dragging, of course, is this joystick here. So it's just a 1-finger game kind of thing. So I don't see dragging to be that big of an issue. And it's not like you're going to want to drag mid-combat. I know on PC, a lot of people dislike click and drag because of trackpads, but on mobile, I think it's fine. Yeah. This game's not designed to be on PC. It's just going to be... The idea was just a simple mobile game you can play when you're on the toilet or something, or I don't know, whenever you play mobile games. With a definitive endpoint, that's the key. How often do they need to click and drag? Not often at all. The only time you would do it is if your companion dies and when you go to revive your companion, then it will it'll just spawn back here. That's a bad color. It'll just spawn back, and then you would have to do the click and drag. So initially get it out of the party system, and then when it's out like this, you can just click and drag it whenever you want. It doesn't really matter. It's mostly just for like positioning your companions, because you're gonna have 5, and so depending on like where you're going, if you're walking to a boss, maybe you want to have the casters out front to try to cheese it a little bit. Maybe you want the casters in the back, the melee in the front, like a pretty traditional kind of aspect. Seems like it may be challenging to do while using the joystick. Yeah, except I wouldn't suggest people moving while trying to reposition. If anything, I think I would just, if they're dragging one of the companions, I think I'm just going to disable the movement. That way it also will, if they happen to drag around this area, it won't interfere with it and it won't make them move. What if you had to set up your formation before levels? That's another idea. It's just, the thing I was thinking is, I don't know, the way the levels are set up is kind of odd. So we have, oh my, let's get that speed up. So this is, well, there's walls missing, but basically this is the base layout for each realm, which is just a level. And each level has 3 different stages. So it starts off quite plain. There's some walls all over the place. There's like a wall here. I think there was a wall like that and like that, something like that. There's just walls all over the place. And then within each wall, or like set area, there's like spawn points for different enemies and whatnot. And then like there's a boss battle over here. And there's another boss battle right here. This is the base layout, and then every map is just a different shape, but the same concept of walls, spawns of different players, and then a boss, or 2 bosses. Got it. That was my question. Perfect. What if you had to set up your formation before levels? Ironic. Captain Coder literally just said that. Just said it. Oh, also, Captain Coder, congratulations. You're back to number 1. First place. I know that gamer was coming after you for a sec. Where's my thing? Run. Oh man. All right. And then I will explain. I started using the aerodynamics in my head. So I'm like pointing my head down a little bit, and then I'm karate chop in the air to cut through it. Mostly because I saw the Flash do that. Healthy. Something like that. We're actually, speaking of healthy, I ordered this new healthy and like energy drink type thing that I wanted to try out. Apparently it like enhances your cognitive capabilities in terms of like reducing the mental strain from things like programming and whatnot, and like makes you hyper focused. So I'm curious. Probably gonna end up trying that in like an hour or so because I'm curious. I had one this morning. Yeah, programming juice. It's not. That's the thing. It's not marketed to programmers, and I think if it works how I think it works, then they are missing out on a big opportunity. I need advice from you. I got you. I can try to give you any some kind of advice, maybe. My focus is reducing. What should I do? It depends. Focus on what in particular? Do you need your focus to improve on something? Is it your overall general focus? I know, as while I'm waiting for the lag and you to type, I know for me personally, I had about a year ago or so, I had some pretty bad brain rot. Like my focus, my ability to like sit down and like focus on something for an extended period of time was horrible. Like if you guys thought it was bad now, oh, so much worse. And what I found was it was because I was watching so many like shorts and like very like high dopaminergic content. So like these short videos with a bunch of flashing things going and happening all the time. I found that was reducing my ability to pay attention and focus. And so what I did to correct that is I would find like a podcast that would last an hour, because podcasts aren't typically very like flashy or anything. It's usually just two people talking. You'll have some cuts to emphasize different things that the people say and whatnot, but I would find about an hour-long podcast, and I would sit down and I would force myself to watch that. The biggest thing is I'd take my phone and I'd throw it across the room. Literally throw it, just somewhere random where I'd have to get up and like actually search for it to find it. I should also mention my room was a disaster at this point. When I see my screen, my brain hurts. Interesting. Have you been looking away from your screen every like 20 minutes or so? I know when I'm staring at my screen for a long period of time, one, it's really bad for your eyes. But two, like one, it's bad for your eyes because of eye strain, which can then cause headaches and stuff like that. So it's kind of important to like look off in the distance every now and then. Look away for like 10, 20, 30 seconds or so. Make sure you're blinking. That's another thing. A lot of people when they play video games especially, is they don't blink as much. And so you have to like keep reminding yourself like, hey, let me blink. Like that's something I currently do right now is when I'm talking to the camera, I like have to remind myself, hey, you should be blinking, because if I don't remind myself, then I just won't blink whatsoever. Sometimes I also get breathing problems. Well, Jax, let me ask you a counter question. Yeah, 20 seconds every 20 minutes. That's what it is. The 20/20 rule or something. Jax, let me ask you something. Do you work out? If you're getting breathing problems, it could be because you're sitting down for such an extended period of time. Sometimes even your you might be like slouched a little bit, compressing your lungs. So instead, when you sit, I mean, this is something that I think everybody kind of struggles with, is you need to sit up straight, make sure your feet are planted on the ground, your back is up against it, and you're basically like this, sitting straight. Bring your shoulders back, chest out just a little bit. That's another thing, Hikatile. You can remove your chair. And this is something that the Captain Coder does. Actually, Jax, if you're not, I don't know how you wouldn't be, but if you're not familiar with the Captain Coder, hit follow, and then that way you'll be notified next time he goes live. And BitDash does this as well. I gotta do that once. I have to wait the timer. But the Captain Coder has a standing desk as well, which is like he presses a button and then the desk rises up, and then he can stand and work, which is really healthy. And then if you want to bring it to a whole nother level, you get a walking treadmill underneath that, and then you can be walking on the treadmill as you're coding or doing whatever you're doing on the computer. That's one of my goals right there. I want one of those, like a standing desk with a walking treadmill one of these days. But yeah, BitDash also does that. BitDash will stand up as well, and I think he has a standing desk. I think. But yeah, it's really a matter of like getting the blood pumping. I do running, cycling, and a little bit of weightlifting. Huh, that's interesting. Typically, if you're doing that kind of stuff, like, I don't know, maybe it's another problem. Breathing problems. Huh. Yeah, that I'm not 100% sure on. You could just be playing like some high-speed games, maybe some COD or something, and you're going crazy. Your adrenaline's starting to rush. You're dropping tilted towers in Fortnite, and you're surrounded by 25 other duos who are all like rocking season 1 skins. In that situation, there's no doubt that my heart would be pumping. That's just, ugh. Yeah, there's a bunch of like different ways, and by no means am I a medical expert. This is just me, like, over the course of a couple of years, YouTubing stuff and researching and trying to figure it out for myself, because I had a lot of those problems where I would sit down at the computer, my eyes would hurt, my chest would hurt, I'd have breathing problems. I also found that you can get breathing problems from just having a messy room as well. Having a messy room, so like having clothes all over the place, those clothes actually will hold on to, I only sleep 2. Jax. That's a big problem. Very, very big problem. So it depends on your chronotype. So it's like your body's natural way. All right, we just need to do it like this. Hang on. It depends on your body's natural way of sleeping, but the general, like 55% of people, if not more, require at least, I think it's like 65% of people require at least 8 hours of sleep every night. So you definitely got to raise that sleep up there. Sleep is probably I would say it's like the most crucial thing, because sleep will take out, no need to thank me. Thank you for being you. But sleep is like one of the most crucial things, where you have your muscle recovery, your brain activity recovery. It's your time where, to put it in a computer perspective, where your disk, your noggin, can defragment, so it can rearrange all the information it gained over the course of the day or whatever, and reorganize it so it better understands it and keeps your memory. I would highly recommend raising your sleep. Now, someone like, for me, for example, I have this like, so I wear an Oura Ring, which is just like a sleep tracker / fitness tracker but like you don't lift weights with a ring on. But the big thing is it tracks your sleep. Now they also have things like the Apple Watch does it, the Whoop, a Garmin watch, stuff like that. I just didn't want to watch because I have my own. I like wearing other watches. But track, if you're trying to improve your sleep, best thing you can do is have data. Track whatever it is you want to improve. Because if you have data, it's really hard to not improve if you're seeing that consistent data. Let me see if I can pull out my sleep stuff. I used to sleep horribly. Like I was full degen mode. I would wake up at like noon and then go to bed at like 3 a.m. and I would just immediately go back to my computer every time I woke up. Do you have friends? Yes, I do, of course. I think that's very important. Is you want to make sure you definitely have friends. I would say I have a lot of friends and very few like best friends. I think it's important to have lots of friends, but be very, very specific with who are your best friends, if you will. Because there's a saying that you're the product of the top 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you can, find 5 people that you admire, that have qualities and traits that you want, and spend time with them. Learn about them. Talk to them. Be friends. Hang out. That kind of stuff. Do you have friends? I have 0 friends. Well, Jax, you can just go make friends. That's the beauty. I've never struggled making friends, so I can only speak from my own perspective and my own experience, but I've been to places where I didn't know a single person, and then literally in the course of a couple hours, I now have 4 or 5 friends. It's just a matter of finding someone or people that you have something in common with, and then talking to them. That's it. I mean, I did as a joke. I have a friend, and she was telling me that she struggled with making friends. And so I did a little on my own, a little social experiment. And we were over at a coffee shop. And so I walked up, I just saw a group of guys hanging around a computer typing. And I walked up to them and I said, "Hey, I think you guys are pretty cool. What are you working on?" And then they told me, and I was like, "Oh, that's super cool." And I was just listening to what they were working on. I was like, "You guys want to be friends?" Immediately, we're all friends, and then we hung out the next day. It was as simple as that. The big thing is that, from what I've seen, a lot of people overthink it too much. And I definitely have a problem with overthinking, but sometimes you just kind of take that overthinking, that anxiety with it, and you use it as your advantage. Like it pumps you up. The anxiety gives you energy to go out and step out of your comfort zone and be like, "Hey, I think what you're doing is really cool. You want to be friends?" Something as simple as that. Another one, super, super easy, is video games. Play video games. I didn't find any like-minded people. I can promise you they are out there. I can promise you. There's 8 billion people in this world. Statistically, there is at least one other person who is exactly like you. Now, do you want to be with someone exactly like you? That's a personal question. Personally, maybe not for me. I want to find people that are have traits and qualities that are well above mine, that I want to learn from. Yeah. That's what I would do. The big thing though is you also don't, like, your first encounter with someone, you don't like there's first impression, sure, but you don't really get to know someone until you've known them for at least a couple months of like consistent talking to them and all that. It's a longer process for sure, but just reach out to people. If you're playing video games, just start talking to people, group up with people, be like, oh, this guy was really good, but just keep playing with them. Infinite Coder is a good one, but he lives in Belarus. Hey, what's wrong with that? Sounds like, I mean, Infinite Coder's definitely a friendly guy. Doesn't matter where they live. You can still talk to them and whatnot. You can meet them on, oh, I can finally sit down. Oh, my back is killing me. You can be friends with people that are from different countries, different locations. I do agree that finding people in real life that you can hang out with is very important as well. To do stuff like that, I mean, probably the easiest place to find friends, at least in, maybe not the easiest, but the place where there's the densest population of like people that could be potential friends, I would say is school. Someone in your class. Maybe it's someone who is in the same class as you, and maybe they're really quiet. Maybe they are sitting in the back corner of the room or something, don't talk to anyone or anything, and they're just working on their work, doing their thing. Maybe reaching out to them. I remember in college, there were a couple guys who I noticed that people weren't talking to them at all. But when I saw them and stuff, they were like very, very intelligent, bright people. And I was like, whoa, I want to find out more about these guys. I don't know why people are like ignoring them. I want to go see what they're all about, because it looks like they're doing some really cool stuff. Started talking to them. Next thing I know, boom, 4 years. I was hanging out with them just about every single day. Like we became part of the same clubs, the same groups and stuff like that. Became great friends. So it's just a matter of reaching out, really. I don't think anyone is opposed to gaining more friends. I hope that helped a little bit, but yeah, that's what I would do. Just keep reaching out to people, find people with common interests. School, great place. Even look to the people who, there's definitely people who are more of the lone wolf type. Reach out to them, because maybe they're also they might be struggling with like a little bit like of social anxiety, trying to get themselves to go and reach out and say hi to people and stuff like that. That's another big one, actually. People are going to think it's weird at first, but then it will start giving you results rather quick. If you're walking down the hallway and you see someone in your class, just say hi to them. That's it. Just, hey, what's up? And keep walking. That's it. You just say hi. Hey, what's up? Howdy. Yo. I like to say howdy because I think it throws people off. It's a little different. It's a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun than saying hello. But yeah, you can do stuff like that. That's another one, Hikatile. Maybe there's some hobby clubs or stuff in your area. Another big one is, yeah, go to. You can even just go to stores that have things that you like. I have a friend who wanted to find more people who was into Warhammer, because Warhammer is something I refuse to get into, because I know I have a very addictive personality that I would fall into it and get trapped by them. So I would refuse to do any Warhammer stuff with him. And so he reached out and he was trying to figure out, all right, how do I find more people that are already into this? So he just started going to like game stores and started meeting people just at game stores, and then all of a sudden the game store started holding events, and you'd go to those events and then make more and more, and then he's tons of friends that are all into the same thing. I'm a computer science student, and my classmates only care about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but my interests are completely different from everyone. I wouldn't say that they're completely different. I would say that they're all into computer science. That's a commonality. And maybe after talking to you for a while, maybe they'll start looking into the stuff that you're more interested in. Because that's a big thing, is maybe they just don't even know about it. The reason they care about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is because that's what they know. Introduce them to something new. Start talking about all that. You don't have to... That's something I'm kind of noticing within just like the software development stuff, is it seems people start to clump themselves into languages. But really, at the end of the day, like, we all share a commonality of liking computer science. I don't want to accept anything new. Hey, how are you gonna progress in life or do anything if you're not willing to accept something new? I'd think about that. I think you can always benefit from something new. Whether that, even if that something new is something viewed negatively, so like oh, not you, your friends, your classmates. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's, I don't know. That depends, I guess. Not accepting something new. Maybe it's because I'd be curious to find out why they don't want something new. Because I mean, like I just said, like, that's how you progress in life, is you get new things, you learn new things. You learn, I mean, new things, sure, can be bad. Like, you could get a new experience of a failure, but you can turn that experience into something positive at the same time and learn from it. That's what I would say. All right. Whew. Oh, my neck. All right, let's get to doing the drag and drop bop part 2. So first thing I want to do is I want to disconnect this ability to click it to go away. And we want to just make it so the first time it's out. And then instead, what we'll do is we'll change the state to doing dragging when we move the character. You know what? They memorize programs to pass exams, no intention of learning. That's a very common occurrence I see in schools, is especially with tests. And I'm guilty of this myself. I would try to cram all this information into my head for the short term, only to pass the test, because I was like, at one point in my life, I was under the assumption that, like, hey, like, I need to just, the only goal is to get all A's. Like, I need to do my best there, only get A's. It doesn't matter if I learn any of this stuff. Now, looking back on it, I think that was kind of a dumb play. I think learning is with the intention of learning is better. But yeah, I'm sure you could find someone within your school that has either the intention of learning or has the want of the intention of learning. Your friends don't have to have the exact same, like, they don't have to be a copy of you. I would argue that you don't want them to be a copy of you. But they might have something super interesting about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that they know about that maybe you might be interested in. It's really just a matter of talking to them. Don't overthink it. Go up, say hi, learn about them, learn what they're about. And if you vibe with that, then sweet. Did you manage to find the references? No, not yet. I haven't gotten around to that yet. We did something basically all morning. I spent ordering or finding a new monitor. We got the new monitor. It says it's coming in tomorrow, so we'll see. And then I also got a new SSD, just an external drive for all the video footage, because I have over 200 gigs of just video footage that is being edited right now. It is rough. So this external drive will hopefully help me out. For anyone who's not aware, Amazon Prime is having a sale right now, Amazon Prime Day. And it's like it's equivalent to Black Friday. I think the SSD was like 57% off. My monitor was 46% off or something like that. It's like really, really good deals. So if you have Amazon Prime and you're looking to buy something, I mean, today is an amazing day. Amazing day. Also, if you're if you have a .edu student account, you can actually sign up for Prime for free if you have a .edu email address. And then with that Prime, you can get your Twitch Prime, and then you can use that Twitch Prime on your favorite streamers. Whoever that may be. Yes, now to programming. So what we're going to do is, if it's spawned, we actually don't want to remove. I'm going to do this. Control K. Now we want to do... Oh my. Sorry, my phone is blowing up right now. There we go. Close that down. So now we're going to want to somehow figure out a way to drag the fairy. How would we go about this? So we could put, you know how to click on character bodies. Do we remember how to click on character bodies? Yes, input event. So this would actually go in the fairy script. Yes, this would go in the fairy script. And then we can reach out to the party container script and say, maybe we emit a signal and say spawned, connect that signal here, that will move, that will allow us to do the movement. So to start that off, oops, there we go, just add a couple lines. We're going to connect the input event directly to the fairy. Perfect. And then here, we're just going to print mouse or click registered. Now, I don't think it knows what input event it's looking for, though. Does it? Let's see. Add child. Mouse button down, mouse button up. So we gotta go to the companion arm. And then we do... Actually, maybe it will just know. I don't know how it knows what input event it's looking for. We'll just try it, see if it does anything. Look at the clickable fairy script. Oh, look at the... Oh, you're right. Yeah. All right, let me do that. One sec. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait a sec. That's weird. It adds multiple every time we click. 169, 174, 179, 184, 189. Huh. All right, so let's go to clickable fairy. I still have yet to organize this. It's printing every type of event. Here it is. If event is mouse button pressed, copy that. Bring it over here. Hit enter, paste that, tab that over. So now if the event is the input event mouse button, and that is our click, which is equal to 1, which means it's down and it's pressed, then we print. Let's give it a go. Oh. One moment. All right, so we click it. There we go. Click registered. Click registered. Click registered. Click registered. Perfect. Okay, we are now registering the click. Sweet. So now we're going to want to do the dragging aspect of it. And that we can really just take from the position arm. So we're going to do a function called isDragging. I think that's what we'll do. And then that function we can also put as a Boolean, which we can do, to do that, we can do the, isn't that placed? Well, yeah, this is placed here. We're not worried about placed right now. I'm just trying to get the dragging part, which is you get the mouse position. Actually, hang on, look position. Look position is the vector3 mouse position, global position. So it's the position of our mouse. And then orientating it the proper way. And then we just clamp the distance. Isn't that placed if it extends? It extends if placed is false. Placed. Oh, yeah. If placed is false, then it will extend. Okay, so that's not... What's my routine? Like my daily routine? My daily routine is really bad right now. I need to add back in working out. My new daily routine that I've been doing for the past couple weeks is wake up at around between 4 and 6. Really depends. Immediately start working. I found immediately working for the moment I wake up has been really nice. It wakes me up more, gets me prepared. And so the work I usually do is I try to do any kind of like planning work and stuff in the mornings. But recently I've just been editing videos nonstop. So edit videos until lunchtime, eat lunch, then immediately start streaming, work on game dev, work on the game. And then after stream is usually where I'll do my like necessary things. So like I'll go and I'll if I need to go out to pick something up, if I need to like go to the store, that kind of stuff, do my laundry. And then I'll go back to editing videos, and then I've been trying to like shove in some kind of like gaming into there, because I think it's very important for a game dev to, you know, actually play games. So I've been trying to shove that in. Then I'll have dinner, and then I'll go back to editing videos, or now I'm trying to play games. It's bad. I tried playing a couple games last night, and I was just like not wanting to. I just did not like. Every fiber in my body was like, stop playing games, get back to work. What are you doing? And so I went back to editing videos a little bit. But yes, that is my routine so far. I want to put my workouts back in there. Before I started streaming, it was wake up at 4. Oh geez, what was it? Planning. So I'd plan out different, like setting up the Discord, starting to set up, because I was planning on streaming anyway, so started setting up for that. Learning about OBS and whatnot. Then I would start working on the game design document. I would go work out for about an hour and a half. I would tan outside for about 20 minutes or so, shower, and then eat lunch, and then do a little bit more planning and other like various work stuff. And then I would play video games. That was my routine. But yeah, I try to keep ideally, I like to have big blocks of time that I can work with. Mostly because if I'm doing things that like require like creative work, whether that's programming or video editing, I don't want to constrain myself to like, okay, you do this for a half hour, because there's times where I'm like, I just want to keep going, and I'm like on a roll, and like even I'll do that with streams. If I'm like on a roll, like the other day I was just on a roll, so I just kept streaming, we kept coding, we broke GitHub and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of what I was doing. I don't know about like a regimented like managerial type routine. Managerial is typically like 30-minute blocks, 45-minute blocks, that kind of stuff, because you have like lots of meetings and whatnot. Sorry for talking about weird. What weird stuff have you been talking about? I love things about like, I get a lot of enjoyment from like min-maxing, and I think it's really interesting, especially really interesting when you're min-maxing yourself, because there's like you can't just like in a video game, you can't just like buy this piece of gear, change its stats around, put a new gem slot in there, set your stats. You have to like in real life, you have to kind of like, there's like a period where you have to let your body get used to that new thing. So I find that really interesting. So I like min-maxing and trying to do stuff like that. I think it's really fun. All right, let's see here. Focus on code. Oh, and then we're gonna try I don't know, maybe in like 4 minutes or so, we'll try the new energy drink thing. I had one this morning, and I was like hyper focus mode. I usually in the mornings I try to jump on everyone's streams, but like this morning I hopped on, said hello, and then I was just like, it kicked in, and I was just I felt energized, I felt focused. But I was mostly focusing on researching monitors and getting those ordered. Yeah. All right, so we're working on the drag aspect. We're gonna make a new function. called Funk is Dragging. This is where we're gonna drag all of our things. So we're going to do oh my lord, my phone is also exploding still. All right, so to drag, let's see where are we actually doing the dragging. In the party container, we register on the mouse button down. And there's nothing to do with holding it down. Okay, on mouse button down, we still hold it. If companion arm is not equal to null, then we place it. And we set place to true. Unless position leash extend. So this is the actual like dragging movement if it's not placed. So I guess we do another variable called placed for the fairy. And then we can say if it's not placed, then or I guess no, instead of placed, we do like dragging. Well, is dragging is what we have. How would we drag? If we do I think we have to do the mouse position thing. And it wouldn't hurt to do the look position. Can we just connect it to the leash extend? And just say if the leash extend is not placed, then set the position of the fairy to whatever the leash is. So then it's not like it's truly dragging, but it will look like it is. I wonder if that would work. For every type of event. Okay. Distance to look position. Look at the look position. I wonder if there's just a way to, because we're basically copying this, but for the fairy. So I wonder if there's a way to extend the leash. What if we do this? When it's dragging, all right, hear me out. While it's dragging, we can, actually, let's do green. We set the speed of the ferry to like 100, something ridiculous. And then is dragging is just moving. Wait, there we go. Is dragging is just moving the position arm. So it will give the illusion that it's actually dragging, but in reality, we're just we're doing the exact same thing we were doing before, but we're just moving it around. Or we're doing the same thing before, like, which is dragging that companion arm. I wonder. That might be something. Okay. I'm gonna run and go grab that drink real quick. Try setting the companion arm place to false when you click. So we could do companion run. All right, 1 sec. One companion arm dot placed equals false. Okay. All right, I'm gonna run. 1 sec. Oh wait, I forgot. I should probably leave that off so you can watch me run. All right. Was that an acceptable run? I prefer. Oh, so you preferred that run. Gotcha. All right, it's time to try it out. Maybe I shouldn't show what I'm drinking in case it does go really bad. In case if it doesn't work at all. I can see the run. It was too fast. Perfect. That's what we like. I'm like the Flash. Whew. All right. It does taste really good. All right, we'll see if it enhances my productivity. Okay, so we're going to try setting the companion arm place to false. And what that should do is it should, well, it should allow us to move the thing. Oh, wait, we'll just do is dragging. Perfect. And we'll see if that does anything.
School bells are ringing.
Well, what is that noise?
The perfect phone plan for your kids.
That's another ad, isn't it?
As you're used to. Tell 'em what
We love YouTube ads. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Let's try it out. I don't think this is going to work, though, right now, because we didn't change the state. We just kind of passed it. Oh? Is it that easy? We just can't place it right now. Let me just do on mouse button up. Be like, oh. No way, it's that easy. Yeah, and then releasing should be set to true. Oh wait, pause. There we go. So then what we do is we have to do the other signal, right? Oh wait, no, there is no other signal. There's another signal on the, well, maybe it wasn't a signal. Yeah, right here on touch. Oh, maybe that's a built-in signal? Oh, no, it's here. It's in the button itself. Hold up. So on input event, but how do we... Entered, exited, replaced. So maybe we'll do if input event, input mouse button is event is released. So another if on here. Do an unhandled input function and check if you're releasing the mouse and if the arm placed false. Oh. Func. So what is an unhandled input event? Because I've used this before. We use it for pausing, but I was using it before to quit the game completely by pressing escape. It's an event that hasn't been eaten up by the UI. Oh. What do you mean by eaten up? Events go from the front to the back, and basically... If you release your mouse on a UI button, you don't want that to affect the 3D game. Okay. I think I understand that. So let's see if we set it up right. No. Expected 2 arguments. Input event mouse motion is action released. Expected 2 arguments. Oh, do exactly like 128. Okay. I had a feeling it was like that. I just didn't... I probably should have just went with a gut feeling. Is released. And then the button index... Ooh, excuse me. The button index is just saying like... Oh, I can't even bring my mouse that high. It's saying if it's right click or left click. Event is pressed is true if you click, false is released. Okay. But I can just use is released instead, right? No. Oh, I can't. Okay. But I can do is not pressed. So then it would be false if it's released. Probably. We'll work on it. It's also very interesting that easy. Okay. So now, oh, wait. Oh, it works. What? Interesting. It's not working now. Huh. It's not registering the click either. Because it should print dragging. It was working. You could be under your UI right now. Oh, I think he is. Yeah. I think the UI extends out this way. So how do you ignore the UI? Maybe set him to top level, but that might cause other issues. Control nodes have a mouse setting. All right, let's go to the mouse. Force past scroll events. That's scroll wheel. Stop will receive mouse inputs. Okay. But now the problem is if we change it, then we can't have any functionality with it anymore. Which would be a big issue. Oh, you have a button. Right, but if I set it for the parent, will that affect the button? What you want to do, you won't know unless you try. All right. So what we're trying to do right now, Jax, is we're trying to make our... Wait. I need to reread this. I think it's ignore. We're trying to make it so our mouse can pass through the UI, so then we can actually click and drag if we happen to go under the UI. Pass will receive mouse movement. Ignore will not. Okay, so we want ignore. All right, we try it out. Moment of truth. Bam. Bam. All right. And then we're going to place it here. Oh. I guess the ignore is not working. Open up your player UI. All right. Oh. We need to do it for the player UI, not the party container. I guess you can leave it at the party container. But the player UI, we need to look at it in 2D view. Bam. This is the part that is messing up. So we click that, we go to mouse, filter ignore. Do it for the parent too. Ignore. Save. Try it out. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean it. So over here is dragging. We're gonna do companion. Wait, no, we're gonna do self dot. I guess we don't have to do self. Stats dot movement speed equals 100. And then we can do stats dot movement. Actually, no. What we can do. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is I want to set the movement speed to like 100. So then it looks like it's actually dragging, but in reality, we're just just dragging the arm. And it'll leave like a nice little lag effect, which I think would be cool. How does it move to the position? It moves the position through the position finder. No, this extends the leash. Why does it move again? I think it just looks for it. Where does it move? Hang on. If companion arm. Full rotation. No. No. That gets the position and rotation of it. So this would also be the movement then. Right? Oh, shoot. We also haven't coded in the movement. We need to code in the movement speed. Because right now, well, I guess it doesn't have a movement speed actually, because we don't need it to have a movement speed. That's right. We were talking about this before. We don't need it to have a movement speed, but we need to figure out a way to speed it up to make it go fast. So then it looks like it's actually dragging. Right now it's interpolating. Yeah. Right. Interpolating. Which we're fine with leaving it that way. You can just set the direction instantly. Ooh, yeah, that would be good. So what is that? That is self dot or not get global position. It's in the physics process. Well, this is the interpolating right here. You can do it on line if you do it on line 68 inside of the if. Okay. Basically override the interpolate. So it would just be like global position equals global position companion arm dot companion position. Or just overwrite it. Yeah, we'll probably end up overwriting it. I just want to leave it there first, and then we can work on that. So maybe it's like global position equals global position dot companion arm dot get companion position. I don't think that would work. Yeah, no. It's not on base vector 3. Companion arm dot global position. Global position. Is not on base vector 3. What if we just do that? Because what is this? This is from the companion arm script. Which just gets the collision point for the raycast, which we don't really need. Or overwrite if not companion arm placed. You don't want the arm's position. You want to use the function. Okay. Its global position is on top of the player. Oh. Man, or overwrite if not companion arm placed. We want to use the function. Its global position is on top of the player. And so we're changing its global position and making it equal to the companion arm's position. And then we can just, if the companion arm is not placed, so you're saying here, we say if the companion arm is not placed, well, now we're ruining the ability to move. Hang on. So we're gonna have to put another if here and go if companion arm dot placed not. If companion arm's not placed, then we set its position to it. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to make a function out of that. If the companion arm is not placed, try that. Okay, that's looking really good. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, plus the flying offset, so that way it doesn't go to the ground. Unless we want it. Unless, do we want it to be on the ground when we go to place it? So then you can line it up better? This is more of like a game mechanics type thing. So then it goes to the ground so you can better see where you're going. I don't want to leave him on the ground. I want him to be able to fly up like that. I think leaving it the way it is right now is going to be good. There are a couple other things I want to change. I want to make it so you can't move when you're placing the companion, so we disable the joystick. Which should be pretty straightforward. But then also, when we're dragging, I want to show this attack range. That's the other thing I want to show, is show the range. So then we can watch where we're placing it. Yeah. I think we're gonna leave it that way. I like that. How it's like when you go to place, it's kind of on the ground and then it flies up. So what we'll do is dragging. So if it is dragging, then we can do player UI dot joystick dot set disabled. I think there's something else with it. Hang on. We need to make it visible. Well, that's not the joystick, actually. We don't care about the joystick being visible. We want to do joystick and the joystick dead zone. Disabled. Disable mode. Joystick. It's not joystick, it's gonna be joystick. Dead zone. Dot joy stick. Or just saw it. Hang on. Disable mode. Disable mode. Disable mode equals a lot of things you can equal. Is it only you who writes the code? It's all of us. It's me. It's chat. It's ironic. It's all of us. We all write the code. This is a team project here, Jax. Team project. If you got some inputs for like trying to create what we're trying to create, I mean, I'm all ears here. Player UI dot joystick. So it's not dot joystick. It needs to be joystick dead zone. I don't think I can do joystick dead zone. Yeah, because I'd have to get it. So I could do get player UI slash joystick dead zone dot disabled or disable mode. But disable mode, it might not even be the right thing we need. I want you to scream for the death sound. What kind of scream you looking for, Hekata? You want like a low, deep scream? Or do you want like a really high-pitched one? Or do you want just like a or oh. We're gonna have some fun with the sound effects. That's for sure. That is for sure. Go. The last one is perfect. All right, we'll make sure to keep that noted and try that out then. Just a high pitched ah, owie, ouch, ow. Okay, how do we set? What if we set the collision shape to disabled? That might work. Slash collision shape 2-dimensional. Dot disabled equals 1, which means it's on. Oh, it's set deferred. The property should be changed with set deferred. Dot set deferred equals 1. Set deferred 1. String name value. So it'd be disabled 1. So this would is going to stop the collision shape from happening. And then here we can basically do this again. And then enabled 0. And maybe that will work. I hope. Call method set deferred on null value. Okay, so it didn't like our get player UI joystick dead zone collision shape 2D. I mean, we could just make a variable for it. Var joystick dead zone as equal to this. And then joystick dead zone set deferred. And then we just copy this, paste it here, tab this over, change the name of this, change the value of this, save that, hit play. And hope this works. Nope, that didn't work. Call method set deferred on null value. Okay, so getting it doesn't work. Interesting. Maybe it's just player UI. But how do we... No, it can't be just the player UI. Unless it's not get, and we just do player UI dot joystick dead zone. But that would get player UI dot joystick dot set deferred disabled 1. Oh wait, but you don't want to. Player UI dot joystick. See if this works. All right. Dang, it doesn't disable it. How do we disable our joystick? Disable it and re-enable it is what we need to do. Oops. Oh, okay. Joystick. Is dragging companion arm. Your programming juice looks effective. I mean, so far. I mean, I assume it takes some time to kick in, but I'm already starting to feel a little wired right now, like trying to think through a lot of things. Like usually I'll be just staring at the screen kind of blankly, but I feel like I'm actually thinking through some of the things. It's just now I'm kind of stumped because I thought this would be the way to do it, but it is not. So we need to figure out a way to get the joystick from the player UI, or specifically maybe even probably the joystick and the dead zone, I guess. And we need to disable them. Like disable the input from it. That's the first task. And then the second one is once we disable that, then we need to disable the what is it? Disable the joystick, and then we disable and then show the attack range. So I think that's the play. Yeah. This stuff is pretty fire. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we die out. Maybe it has a big crash to it or something. We're still in the cooking phase. We're letting it cook up. All right, joystick dead zone dot set deferred disabled doesn't work. So what's another way we can go into it? Maybe if we just set I wonder if we just do it to the UI. So if we do player UI set deferred disabled one, player UI dot set deferred enabled 0. To be a true programmer, you also need the No. Nope. Listen. Hikatao, I don't know if you've seen. Oh, you can't really see. I've been working on my calves. We don't want knee-high socks ruining the view of our calves. We're trying to build our own built-in knee-high socks, but made of muscle. That is a true programmer right there. Just mega calves. That way you're protected. Okay, that still didn't work. What the heck? Okay. Maybe in the player UI, specifically in the joystick script, we can check is dragging. So what we'll say player UI dot joystick dot joystick active and make that equal to false. No. No, maybe we do actually. Joystick active false. Oh, but then it says if it's pressed, then it swaps to true, so it would just swap back at that point. I guess we would have to make a variable within this script saying if we're dragging the companion. So if fairy dot is dragging, then we set it to false. But is there a way to do it without like splitting it into a bunch of different scripts? Because I'd prefer just like put it all the logic in one script. I think that would make the most sense. Dang, I want more of this. It tastes so good. Give me the jitters. Wait, let's see if I'm jittering. No, I'm not really jittering that much. Interesting. A little bit. But no more than usual. What about my heart rate? Sorry, I'm also doing the like research here to see if this is something that actually works. 'Cause if it is, like, I would drink this. Oh boy. Okay, that is one thing. Our heart rate is currently, I need to remeasure this because that looked a little high. Oh wow. Oh, we're climbing. Okay. Oh, we're still climbing. Oh, geez, we're really climbing. Maybe it's because I'm looking at it. Maybe if I look at it, then I start climbing. Okay, that worked. That's actually not bad. Our heart rate is 84. So of course it's elevated. That's because there is caffeine in it, so I would assume it should elevate. That and we're streaming. So of course our heart rate's gonna be pumping because we're pumped. We're excited. We're ready. We're thrilled. And we're getting coding done. All right. So, our methods we could do is we could either, one, make that smaller. We could do it in the joystick. Two, I guess it would just be like here. Figure it out here. Or three. That's really it. I don't know three. I don't know what we do with the three. I wonder if we could, because it, Does anyone have any ideas here? Should we do it in the player? What's wrong? So we're trying to think of, nothing's like wrong per se. It's more of, we're trying to disable the player UI when we're dragging. Specifically, we're trying to disable the joystick. So then that way, if you drag it over the joystick, your player doesn't move. What just broke? We didn't change anything. That should, oh, because I played on the wrong scene. So we're trying to make it so that when you're dragging, it disables the movement. So I don't have to worry about accidentally moving. And there's a couple ways we can go about it that I think. So the first one is we figure out how to attach it here in the is dragging and unhandled inputs. Or the second way is we just go straight to the joystick script and we do some kind of like signaling magic to signal it and be like, hey, if we're dragging, you should set yourself to false. And then when we're done dragging, you can go back to doing whatever you do. Maybe by emitting a signal, you start dragging, and on UI, you hide your stuff. That could work. I mean, hiding, I don't know if hiding would work, because the hiding is like, it doesn't stop the functionality, from what I learned. That could just be for character bodies. I don't know if it works for UI. Might it have an enabled bool in the UI? That's a good idea. And then so for the like, do you think for the entire UI? So then everything disappears when you go to drag the companions? That might be a play. A joystick enabled. Well, we have joystick active, which is a bool. And then what happens is over here in the process is we just set it to true, set it to false. And then we say if it's true, then we'll do the movement. Otherwise, we set it to false. Start dragging. So we would have to use the joystick active bool. But if we use that, then it's gonna immediately set itself back to true if we happen to hover over the location anyways, which is kind of problematic. Well, the joystick active is being used, right? Yeah. Right now it's being used in the over here to set it whether or not we're using it or not. Ooh. So joystick enabled would be if it can be used. Oh, it's active versus being used. I see what you mean. Okay, so in the player UI, specifically in the joystick script, not the player UI script, the joystick one, we'll do var joystick enabled as a bool, and just by default, it's true. And then in the ready, pretty much in the beginning of the ready, and the beginning of the input, and beginning of, actually, yeah, that's it. The beginning of these two functions, we say if joystick enabled, and that's it. So that, and then in our fairy script, we can set it to enabled or disabled, that kind of thing, true or false. I think that would make sense. So just to double check, in the ready, well, in the ready, we always are going to set it to false, so that's fine. But in the input events, we can first check if it's even enabled. And that's it. So we just do, we do if joystick enabled, and then tab all this over, bam. That's it. And it sets it to active or not active. It's a lot of ifs, but I think that's fine. And then in our fairy script, we can set joystick enabled, player UI.joystick.joystick enabled true or false. So it would be is dragging, we would do player UI dot joystick dot joystick enabled equals false. And then if it's true, so down here when we release, we can do player UI dot joystick dot joystick enabled equals true. And that should solve it. Oh wait. Yeah, because then if we are dragging, it'll send it to false. When we release, it sets it back to true. Let's try it out. Hopefully this will work. And then we just have the last part. All right. Ah, damn. Dang. Drats. It's not setting it to false. Oh, it's just it was just perma keeping it on. Interesting. Watch. I'm letting go. And that should not be happening. Okay, that didn't work. So joystick enabled. So we probably have to go back to the joystick script. And we're doing it somewhere else. If joystick enabled is probably going to be, I guess we do it in the process as well. That's got to be it. If joystick enabled, then take all this, tap it over. So now in the process, it will check if it's enabled. Yeah. Let's try that. Boom. All right. Oh, there we go. That did it. That did it. Let's see if movement, check. I think there was a little bug there though. So let's move it. Perfect. But when we release, it just immediately enables it until we click. So why does it do that? I guess it's registering that click as well. Which would be, shoot, I think we also have to do it here. In the entered, we just check if it's enabled. That's basically it. We're just, in every single function, we just check if it's enabled as the very first thing. If joystick enabled, we don't need to do it there. Get joystick direction, that's fine. If it's enabled, we don't need to do it in the process. Or the ready, sorry, not the process. We do need to do it in the process, just not in the ready. Ah, it still does it. I'm not clicking right now. I'm just hovering the mouse. That's problematic. Release? Yeah, but then when I hover over, I'm not even clicking. And now the second time I do. Interesting. So after we release, when we hover over, it seems to do it. Oh, because if event is touch screen, I wonder if we don't do it in the input event. It's gonna seem odd, but I'm curious. Because what's happening is it's enabling when we release. And that enabling is turning on the other stuff. Then we release. Perfect. Drag. Release. Yep, that did it. Look at us debug. Holy moly. Oh, all by ourselves too. We're learning, team. We are learning today. All right. Sweet. Let's go. All right, so now what we need to do. Uh-oh. Oh, I accidentally hit pause. Whew. Whoo-wee. Okay, that's all set. Let's go to the ferry real quick. And that's fine. We don't need to print dragging anymore. Save that. Now we want to show, while we're dragging, we want to show our player's attack radius. That's the next important thing. So over here, I don't think it's actually here. I think it might be in the UI, but I just want to double check. That's mouse position, entered. Figure out where to store this, delete. That's done. Toggle, here it is. Okay. So we just do toggle. True? Or just toggle? Player, game manager.player.toggle. So then we can do game manager.player.toggle. And then we toggle it again after game manager.player.toggle. Save. Let's try it out. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. We might need an argument inside toggle. That would make sense. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, we need an argument inside toggle. I wonder if we can just do value. No. Summoner. Oh, wait. What if we just do toggle 1? What's the thing? Where is this toggle being used? That's the question. Over here, dead, toggle false. Oh, so we just do toggle true. Toggle true. Toggle false. Save. Play. Click that. Click and drag. Click and drag. Whoa! They just disabled our collision. That's not good. Okay, that did not work. Toggle. What about toggle dot range ring active? Toggle range ring, no. Toggle dot, make it a callable. Toggle dot range ring active equals true. Toggle dot range ring active equals false. Play. All right, here we go. 2 bugs solved in 5 minutes. Easy peasy. Ready, set. Run. Whoa. Hicatile. What are you doing? We're in code mode right now. We're focused up. And you just want to ruin our groove. Mess us up. Ugh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. I don't know. Focus on code. I'm not gonna lie to you. This programming juice, it's kind of going crazy right now. I barely felt those push-ups, and I'm already back to coding. I don't know. It seems pretty good. Jax. No. I also did 15 push-ups. That's painful. Hey, Tyler, are you doing the push-ups with me? I love it. Listen, we're gonna get jacked together. Oh, my mic's invisible now. There we go. It's back. Oh, it's gone. It's like a little magic trick. Ooh. Wait. Okay. Anywho. We'll do that. There we go. Okie doke. So toggle range is not working because it's a callable. Or it's not supposed to be a callable. But when we do it like this, it's expecting a value. But value is not in the scope. What if we don't do a value and we're just accessing it? What's the type of the value it wants? It's a Boolean. So I could maybe put true or false in there, but when I did that, it didn't work. So watch. Because what happened was when I put, it was toggling the wrong thing. It ended up toggling our collisions, which is not what we want. Check it. Because I originally did this. Don't toggle the that's right. Player. So this is what I'm looking at, is we want the range ring active to toggle. But how do we, when we go to toggle, it's just toggle. So can we do something like range ring active toggle? Export variable bool. Like, how do we toggle this ring? We want this little ring right here. Target finder. So do we toggle the target finder? Well, we want to toggle the target finder's visibility shape thing. Yeah, we want to toggle target finder dot visible is visible in tree. We want to toggle the visibility of the target finder. That's what it is. So target finder dot show and target finder dot hide. So you could do target finder dot hide, not multiplies. There we go. Target finder dot show. But we don't want ours, we want the players. So we're gonna have to go to game manager dot player dot target finder. Game manager dot player dot target finder hide. That should work. Yeah, let's try that. Are you using Mixamo rigs? Yes, yes. Because I do not know how to 3D model very well. It's not showing. This is what the shape we want. We want this white circle to show, but it is not. Okay. So it's not that. What if we just do target finder? Just target finder. No, that's not showing either. So let's go to our joystick and see what is causing it to show, or it might be in the player. What is causing this ring to show when we move? Target finder dot visible. That's what's going on. Target finder, get target finder dot visible, and is equal to moving. So we could do get target finder dot visible equals true. Get target finder dot visible equals false. It's not going to show because that's setting it to hide on every frame. Oh. Because the player is standing still. Dang. Okay. So then how... I guess we need a different kind of like... Yeah, I see what you mean. States. We gotta set up more states now. Dang. If we do states, that's gonna require us to refactor this entire thing. All 208 lines. No, 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 no. Oh, unless you just make one state. Your target finder just needs to know if you're dragging something or not. Oh, so I could do it in the target finder script then. Dragging something or not. So if the target finder needs to know, I guess. No, that would run in the same problem though. Should I stream? That's a question for yourself. I mean, I like streaming. I think it's fun. I use, as if you couldn't tell, I use chat as kind of like a, do you want the target finder to have the ring? Yes. Well, not always. Only, I don't want every character to have the ring. And Jax, I'll get back to you in a sec. I don't want every character to have that ring. I just want this ring on the player to show when we're dragging. And that's it. Just the player's target finder ring. That's what I want. Just this guy. But Jax, it depends like what you wanna, why you wanna stream. Because streaming, I'm not gonna lie, takes out a lot of energy. You gotta constantly be trying to entertain while doing whatever it is you're doing. Then it's probably better to have this be a separate thing so it sets its radius to the player's range. Yes, probably. Have the what be a separate thing? Like you talking about the shape? The ring mesh. Yeah. I gotta even... Where do we even have that ring mesh? That's the question. Where did we... What? Click this. It's in the target finder. Visible? No. Monitoring. Collision. Disable mode. Am I? What? Viewport texture? Is it a sprite 3D? No. Wait, what is this sprite 3D? It's a viewport texture. It's a sub viewport. But there is no sub viewport. What is this sprite 3D? What is this? What is... How is our mesh being shown right now? Maybe it's through the code? I don't see the ring being instantiated anywhere. Ring, that's the variable for the ring. And it's being exported. But ring, oh wait, ring active. Range ring active. That's the Boolean right here. But we're constantly setting it, so Does nothing, yeah. Jax, I think it's cool to stream about your passion. I did 19 hours this weekend, and now I look forward to speak with someone every day. True. Very true. Yeah. Very true. It depends on like what your goals are. Like if you're trying to meet new people, I think streaming is a great way to do that. But there's also other ways to do it, such as jumping into people's discords, jumping into other streams, that kind of stuff, and just talking and meeting people, mostly through their joining like different communities, basically. If you just want to show people you doing cool stuff, whether that's going crazy in COD or doing some dev, like, then yeah, that's another way. And then it also depends on like what level of streamer or streaming are you trying to get to. There's a lot of different variables. Because it's very, I would say streaming is probably the, I don't even know what to call it. Like the easiest, hardest thing you can do. It's easy, but it's hard at the same time, or difficult. It seems easier than it is, I should say. It can be very mentally taxing if you're not prepared. But it's not like you can, I mean, you can prepare yourself to be ready for that. It's kind of what I did. So then I'm able to stream every day for at least 4 hours, which we're going on to 6 because I figured out how to fix my lunch schedule. Or not, 5 to 6, sorry. We'll see. I do need to end a little, like, I have to end at the normal time today, so like 3 in about an hour and 5 minutes or so. But I want to get this stuff done first. Okay, range ring active equals value. So where the ring mesh does nothing. Probably better to have separate. Sure, but I'm not a good English speaker on voice. Hey, Gatal, what language is your first language? I'm French. Ah, fancy. You know what? I don't know what it is, but I have seen a lot of like French game devs. Probably more than English speaking ones. Like most of the, from what it seems like, a lot of the ones that already speak English, it's not their first language. They just picked it up afterward. Or like was learning it in school and stuff. And are bilingual. Does French have like a big like game dev kind of scene or something? Or France or Quebec? anywhere that speaks French? English is also not my mother tongue. I love that term, mother tongue. See, I wish when I was younger that I like really focused on like learning another language. I think that'd be so cool, being bilingual. I don't have the time right now to be able to do that though. My second language is GD script. That's what we're working on. Hmm. I know there are a lot of geeks. Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to figure out. Wait a sec. Is this Sprite 3D the ring? No, it can't be. What happens if I move this? It doesn't do anything. Undo that. Huh. 360. Man. Whoa. Ugh. Okie doke. Okie dokie, okay. What if we do... Looks so dark on the map right now. I wonder, what if we add another ring that only shows itself? I just need to find this ring texture. Because then what we can do is we can add another ring. It's on the target finder? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, oh, wait. I'm not looking at the target finder scene. Hang on. I'm being dumb. Target finder scene. Here it is, mesh instance. Okay. So what we could do is do the mesh instance on the player. So we basically do another one, put it on the player and have that one to size itself to the range and only show it. We can just trigger the showing whenever we're dragging. I don't know if that's optimal, but I think it could work. What we do is over here, save as target finder mesh. And we'll save this under resources. Save. Boy, I cannot read my screen. Okay. So now we have the target finder mesh saved. So then we come to the player and we can add a new mesh instance 3D. Create. Empty. Quick load. There it is, target finder mesh, open. Hey, Raymond, what's up? Welcome back. Okay, there it is. Now we go to the player's script, or we'll rename this to range mesh. How was your day? It's going good. We're getting quite a bit done so far. We are kind of chugging along. We're trying out this new like energy drink, productivity drink. It's technically under the category of liquid dietary supplement, but it's like a carbonated beverage that is supposed to enhance your productivity, your cognitive functions, and all that. So the idea I had was they're not marketing this for programmers, but like that's quite literally what we would need. Because like when we're staring at code for so long and our brain starts turning off, like you take one of these and then you're back to focus mode. So far, I think it's working pretty good. Like I don't feel, although I'm getting distracted as normal, which is normal. I feel more focused in on my code, or our code, and what's going on here. So it's definitely interesting. I do feel more like awake as well. Just like my brain feels awake. I feel active. But we're waiting to see. I use lion's mane. Yeah, so mushrooms have been something I've been looking into, like using like lion's mane. There's a couple other ones. I'm pretty sure this has something like that in it, or it has the same like part of lion's mane. But yeah, I've been looking into them. I don't like the taste of mushrooms. I just don't. So I thought, yeah. But I am very interested in like the effects that like enhancement mushrooms have. So like lion's mane, I can't remember the other ones. But we can do so what we'll do here is ranged mesh. Can we make ranged mesh or range mesh dot mesh dot radiate cap top bottom top. We just want the regular old radius. We don't want, because this is 0.5. If we expand it, yeah, we don't want that to happen. What if we expand this? Oh, there we go. That still kind of ruins it though. I guess not really. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Height? No, we don't want the height. Ignore that. Yeah, so we're going to want to mess with this. But it needs to kind of go together for it to actually look good. Yeah, we need it to kind of go together. So we do I guess we just do bottom radius, top radius. You can get the powder and add it to shakes. Yeah, I looked into that as well. I don't know. I need to do more research into it. That's the big thing. Because there was other ones as well that caught my attention. I don't remember what they were. Ooh. I feel like I have bumps or something. Yeah, I've been trying to have I'm so used to doing the like an intermittent fast that I could just forget to eat breakfast nowadays. I'm just like not hungry. It's kind of an issue. Ow. I don't know if like, no, it's like part of the back of my head. I must have shaved it, like done something different to it. 'Cause it is like so much like spikier than the top of my head right now. See if I have like, if it's dry or something. No. The top of my head is like starting to get soft. But the back is bumped. Ow. Weird. Okay. So range mesh. And I think what we have to do is hop into the player script. We make a function called range mesh update. And then we do range mesh. No, we get range mesh dot shape range mesh dot mesh dot cap top equals stats dot attack range. Same thing again. Get range mesh dot cap bottom equals stats dot attack range. Cap bottom, yeah. Bam. Save. And then I guess now we need to do something to trigger it on and off. So does it have anything that visibility? No. No. So how do we show and hide it? Maybe just .show.hide. I guess what we can do is we could do something like if show range get ranged mesh dot show, tab this over, and then we need to do, we don't want that to be a function, that's just a bool. And we'll do just for the sake of testing, var show range as bool equal to true. It doesn't need to be true, it's just auto true. Bam. Save. So now that's in our player script. So we'll hop over to our fairy and we'll do, actually, no, we'll do bool equal false by default. And then save that. And then in fairy GD, we do player, or no, game manager, game. Why does it feel like my chair is sinking? Oh, because it is. What the heck? Game manager dot player dot range mesh dot show range equals true, and then game manager dot player dot show range equals false. Let's hope this works. If so, I think we deserve a round of applause for figuring it out all by ourselves. Nuts. Oh, it's just straight up not showing anymore. Interesting. It, like, even when we move now. Huh. That's just weird. Range mesh is our mesh instance. Why doesn't this work? And why does it affect the movement one? Is it because it's the same resource? That could be a reason. Yeah, look, it's not even moving anymore. Or showing. Yeah. Huh. But then if we go like this, and we do that, it's not going to exist, so this might break, but we should at least be able to see. Wait, what? Now it's just straight up not showing at all. What did we do? Fairy GD. Show range is true. Show range is false. Delete those two. Let's play it again. Oh no. How? What? Did it break because we added this range mesh here? Delete. Oh man. Let's get it back to fixed. No! Hello, mind if I lurk here for a bit? Not at all, Mixed Source. You lurk away. Oh no. We broke it. We broke it. How did we break it? Oh man. What is happening? And I don't think this Sprite 3D is doing anything. But that's for a different time. Different time. Okay, so this is where we set the range. Oh, I think I wrote a... I think because I overwrote it somewhere. Oh, man. Range ring active. No, we don't want that. We want range mesh. Get mesh instance. Set range mesh. Set range mesh. Set attack range. Okay. Let's go to our movement. Target finder dot visible when we're moving. That's ideal. Joystick, joystick. Input event. You do something in the target finder? No. So why is it completely broken now? Oh no. Man. Oh, what is going? Why did okay, that didn't break anymore. That was weird. Why is our range broken now though? Visible. Go to the target finder. Mesh instance. It's there. We see it. Why? How? What is going on? Guys, I have... How did... Well, why? What is... We didn't do anything, like we fixed, like we deleted everything from before. But why is it gone now? Where's the code for showing the ring? It's over here. Target finder dot visible equals moving. And that happens in our physics process. So when we're moving, the target finder becomes visible. And then you go to the target finder, and the target finder has from mesh instance 3D, which is here. Target finder dot visible. Target finder. Visible. Yeah, there it is in 3D. And it's... I did turn it into... Are you setting its radius? Yes. Over here. Or up here, technically. Right here. Set range. These are setting the two radiuses. Is it below the ground? No. The height is still the same. I never changed that. Are you sure? Not anymore. Mesh? No. Oh, wait, what? Hold up. Yeah, it's below the ground now. How did that happen? I mean, I guess that works, right? Save that. Let's go to the summoner. Yeah, there it is. Huh. I don't know what might have moved it. Maybe when we set it as a resource? Yeah, there it is. Maybe when we set it as a resource, it moved. That could have been it. Dang, so maybe it was working. All that code we had. But how? Oh, man. Okay, so let's re-add the extra mesh instance that we had. And we're basically gonna reset the so we'll do mesh instance 3D. We'll call it drag area mesh. We'll head over to empty. We can quick load the target finder mesh. Check. Now we save that. We come to the whose script do we want? We want the fairy script actually. And then for is dragging, we can do get, or no, we go game manager dot player dot, no, maybe it is get. We need to get this drag area meshes stuff. Oh wait, no. What we can do is in the player script, go to the bottom here, and we can do func drag area mesh sizing, and then we do get drag area mesh. Ow. Dot radius equals attack range. And then let's also do the get drag area mesh dot top, I think. What did we do? Shape dot radius. No, we want mesh. So we want mesh dot bottom radius. Mesh dot bottom radius. Dot mesh dot bottom radius. Although I don't think it actually has a bottom radius. Well, it does, but we also want to set the top radius, and also bottom radius should be called bottom radius. Top is top. Okay. So we'll also set the top to be the same as well. So then it looks good. Mesh dot top radius equals attack range. Mesh dot, oh my god, this chair. Look at that. The chair, like over the course of stream, I'm like slowly just lowering. This is crazy. Maybe I'm too heavy. Sitting in the chair too long or something. Okay, so now this should work. We set the radius here. And then let's also We're also going to need a variable for it. Var drag area mesh as equals get drag area mesh. And then we can the default value is using get, which won't return nodes in the same tree before ready. Oh, it's on ready. That's right. On ready var drag area mesh equals get drag area mesh, just to make it a variable. So then we can just delete this. Drag area mesh, drag area mesh, save. And then we can do over the ferry, we go game manager dot player dot drag, or no, not drag. We're gonna call the function first, which is drag area mesh sizing. Drag area mesh sizing. Game manager dot player dot drag area mesh dot visible, or actually dot show game manager dot player dot drag area mesh dot hide. All right, moment of truth. And let's make sure first in the 3D viewer. Yep, good thing we checked. We're gonna want to drag it up. Bam. Save that. Head over here. Press play. All right. Yeah. There we go. There we go. What do you all think? Beautiful, or is it beautiful? Let me know. It's beautiful, I already know. You can save your words. Oh, okay. Perfect. Sweet. Go back to the script. And then, yeah. Sizing. Perfect. We did it. So now let's hop over to Cleano. Check. Close that. All right. So now we need to figure out what our next course of action is. Next course of action shall be a 360. Yes. No, wait, no. Not a 360. I misread something. Phew. Alright. I'm gonna go pee real quick. And then we should figure out what we're gonna do next. Be right back. All right. Bam. We have returned. Now, what is on our to-do list? So we got the drag. We got the drop. Oh, we got... oh, because I'm in the wrong scene. Hold up. Close. I was like, why isn't it opening? All right, so we got the movement. Check. We got click on the fairy. Check. First click and drag. Check. When we click again, nothing happens. Perfect. We can move around. We click and we drag again. Click. Drag. Perfect. So, man, I think we got to get to the animations again. The fairy heals, but that's all it does. It won't attack, which is very not good. We want it to attack. So I guess we're gonna have to go on to the animations now. Goals. Go attack animations. And we'll just rename this. Attack animations. You. All right. Awesome. Okay, so what we'll do is in the close this out, close that, and keep that open, close that. And we need to open up we have the Fairy Companion open. So let's do that. Zoom in. There it is. Bang. So, go to the animation tree. We tried doing something different, and that was clearly a mistake. So how do we remedy this? So what we're looking at is we have it so we can play our running and flying just fine. That's not an issue. The issue is when it comes to this attack, you fire it, it works great. Now you fire the special, it also works great. But when we actually do it in the code, it works horribly. Or it just doesn't work, I should say. For some reason, we go to request to fire, and it fires off, but the animation itself doesn't actually play. I don't know why. And the problem is our animation is connected. That was a weird sound. Our animation is connected to everything, or to like the actual attack. Probably because it keeps firing, so it never gets to play, because it's always starting. So what if we don't start? We just disconnect it completely. So that was kind of part of the idea I started having with these two separate trees, is we have one for attack, one for special, and then we put the blend tree, so the movement, on start. And then we just travel to whichever one we want. I don't know if that would logically make sense. There's that. We could disconnect the start, see what happens. So just disconnect it, hit play. But I don't know if that will work. Yeah, it won't do the movement properly. It's also lerping weird. Yeah, no, that won't work. Then we attach it, and it will work. Like, I'm curious if we can just say travel to attack tree, travel to special tree. And then I tried adding the movement stuff into it as well to make it a one-shot, but I feel like that's kind of pointless. We should just leave it, like delete these two and just connect that to the end, and then you call it whenever. Let's try that. Delete these two. Connect that to the output. Save. Come over here. Special tree, same thing. Delete these two. Bam. Save. Root. Here. Here. We'll just leave those there. Blend tree is always connected, but what we're actually going to do is disconnect all of this, and we'll only connect the blend space, 1D, which is our movement. Save that. So now on start, we should only have the movement. Make sure that works. Okay, good. Movement's working. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. That's dangerous. Let's just not click that. Now we can come to the script. And we will do for the fairy. We won't even have to request anymore. And we're not going to set the animation tree. We're just going to do the anim playback. Anim playback dot travel attack tree for attacking. And then we'll do the same thing for the special. Instead of this, we go anim playback dot travel special tree. Save. So now, in theory, it will work. And then instead of here, attack tree. Special tree. Save. Play. Bam. All right, movement's good. Let's see if the heal works. Yep, heal works. Let's wait for it again. Why are you in an attacking position though? You're just frozen. That's not good. Something is frozen with it. Yeah. Huh. It's having a problem traveling to the trees. So maybe the trees are not the play, and instead of blend trees, we do... No, blend tree would work. Unless we connect these. Something like this. And we have to connect them back. Kind of like that. No, playback parameter aborts transition by detecting one or more loops. Yes, that should be fine. But we need to change what they do. So when we go from moving into our special, we're gonna want immediate. I guess immediate auto is fine for all of them. We'll see. Whoa, it's not happy right now because it's trying to transition to everything all at once. Yeah, that's the issue. But that means it's transitioning. That's a good sign. We just have to mess with when see it's going straight to the attack tree and then back. So we do this and we do switch at end. And then auto is fine, I think. Advanced. Yeah. And then boom. Same thing here at end. Save. Now let's try it. Okay. Now it's just it's just nonstop shooting. Interesting, but will it attack? I think it was. Yep, it attacks now. What do I heal? Yep, it heals as well. Okay. So we're getting somewhere with this. It's just, it's looping and we don't want it to loop. So instead of auto, what we could do, at end auto, that's not the issue, but coming back should not be at end auto. Coming back needs to be immediate enabled. Immediate enabled. And I would assume the same thing here. Immediate enabled. So what we're doing is it's basically the same thing as this, just in blend trees instead. Yep, there it goes. It's flying. Are you going to heal us? Yes, you are. Okay. Are you going to attack? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we did it. All right, now we just got to mess with the speed. The speeds. So if we do to the fairy companion and we change its attack speed, let's change it to 20. So 20 times faster. And now we hit play. Okay. Boom, boom. Perfect. Oh, I didn't change the special speed. That's fine. Attack speed. Yep. It's doing it. Okay. Special speed. We'll also make 20. Yup. Look at it go. Pew, 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 heal. That's perfect. I can't believe it. We did it. Animations complete. We got the animations. We need to see if the fairy can die now. That's another important factor here. So let's put it in front. Let's head over here. it cannot die. Okay. So we just need to get the fairy to die. Our fairy must die. Death to our fairy. Boom. Change that. Had to update the title real quick. Change our goal. Bam. All right. So the reason it wasn't working is because it was something with our dead function. I think what happened was we changed it to the states, but we never updated that. I also want to, before I forget, just change the attack speed to 10. We'll actually change it to 5. And we'll change the special speed also to 5. So it's a little bit slower. Save. So we shouldn't have a death string anymore. Right? Companion arm team. Stats. Yeah, okay, no death string. So we gotta swap states for it. Where attacking, wait, state attacking, state special, and we don't have, oh, if state dead, then we just return. And then if we go to dead, get rid of these empty lines. Where's our dead? Oh, here it is. Die. Yeah, taking damage and dying. All right, states dead, travel, fair, and in playback, travel, fairy, death. So, animation tree, fairy, death. Make sure it actually plays. There it goes. Okay. So why was it not happy with dying? I guess just because it returns? So instead of doing, I think it's a problem with here in the way we do it. So instead of the function die swapping our state should swap when our health goes low, and then our die should occur in the state. Big up, LT. We got a lot of work done so far. We're about to fix the death animation, and then I think we got all the basic setup for our companions. I think. Can't wait for the game to release. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we need to figure out this is what I think needs to happen, is the function die. Really, you don't need a function for it. We're just doing it for organizational purposes. I think we don't want it to swap the state to dead, because dead doesn't do anything as a state. Unless instead of it returning, so here states dead return, instead of it returning, we make it do all the disable stuff like we had before in our companion class. So dead, this function, if we control F it and head over to it, here it is. We want to set deferred to everything. We travel to the death animation and we do the tween and we queue free. I think this is what we're gonna want inside of our death state. So in our state, we'll do this. We'll call deferred disabled, or collision shape, sorry, is what we need to disable. Then we need to do the tween. Await finished. Queue free. So collision shape 3D, call deferred, set disabled, true. And you want it in your function where you die. You don't want that in the state. It's also where, otherwise you're calling this every frame you're dead. Oh. So what are we calling when we're dead though? Because right now it's just, if you're in the dead state, then you just return. That doesn't. Is return? Oh, return just means ignore though, doesn't it? So we want this in our die. Is we do get collision shape 3D dot set deferred set disabled. Nope, I need to put that in quotes. Set disabled true. I think that was it. Or it might be false. Hang on. Nope, set disabled true. And then we do the same thing. We don't need to do it for the target finder because we already have that. And then we can, boom, create the tween. We're going to want to play the animation before the tween. And do it like there. And this should... It just stops the physics process. Okay. So it's basically going to stop. Yeah. So this die should work now. All right, so let's go get the fairy to die. Character body 3D died is on invalid index. Target.died connect. So the signal died is supposed to connect somewhere. Let's go to our old companion class here. Died emit. So if we emit died within the fairy GD here, died emit. But we don't have a signal called died. I guess we have to make it. But I don't see why we need that. Signal died. Doesn't quite make sense. So the projectile gets killed. Ah. All right. Well, we connected that signal now. Now it should work. If its target dies while it's in the air. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Boom. Bop. Bam. On the initial thing, I also need to show the range. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. These guys are really messed up. Look how slow the shots are going. Look at how slow they're going. Look at them. You can barely see them. What is this? Oh, he's taking damage. He's healing himself. No, fairy, you're supposed to die. Okay, we need to fix that. The shots are going so slow. Let's go to the purple fairy real quick. And we'll go to its attack speed. Its attack speed is 10. That means something is not right. Hi, what language are you coding in? Howdy, Hakubalol. Hakubalol, that's what it is. Working in GD script. So it's Godot's native language. I actually have some code on my thing that makes the joystick centered. Oh, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, do I know GD script very well? No. We just started over here for about 3 weeks ago, but we're learning. Oh, cool. Never heard of it. I'm a newbie learning SWE to become a full stack dev. Ah, fancy. Yeah, this is we're just doing game development here. So we're trying to make, actually, I can show you. We're trying to make our first ever game. And it's supposed to be just like a free mobile game. Thank you for the follow. Just a free mobile game where you can kind of just single joystick, mess around, have fun. The idea behind it is you shoot, kind of think Vampire Survivors in a way. You can shoot and get attacked by melee enemies. And then the idea is that they drop currency. You then use that currency to turn in a quest or upgrade your character stats, that kind of stuff. And then you can get a companion. And then your companion flies around and will help you attack and help you fight. There's also ranged enemies, which we're trying to fix right now. These guys. And then there's also a boss. And this is just level 1. And you can update their stats and all that. Different companions have different special abilities as well. And so this guy in particular has a heal special ability, which is pretty cool. Oh, cool. Never heard of it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, just stopping by to say hi today, but I hope your stream is going well. Thank you, Magnetonics. It's going good. Yeah, we're getting a lot done. A lot done. Love Bullet Hell games. Yeah. It's so awesome to see the progress every day. Every day. Yes, sir. We're making some solid progress today. Some days, I'll admit, it's a little slow, but whew, it feels good. Indeed, indeed. We're doing good. We're doing good. But I want to fix the because I'm gonna have to go pretty soon. But first, I want to fix these little purple guys because they are shooting way too slow. Way too slow. So we need to figure that out. Why are they doing this? My first thought was that it was their attack speed, but it can't be because their attack speed is already shooting crazy fast. I'm not quite sure any other reason why they would be. It's their bullets that are going too slow, or their spell bolts. So I don't know why they're going so slow. Let's see. Yeah, no. See, it's like shooting it super fast. We can barely see them because of this background, but here they are. They're shooting fast. The bullets are moving so slow. Is there code in here that's like slowing them down? We have cast radius, get overlapping bodies. No. Target finder. All right, let's see here. Oh, we're not doing. Why did we take out their attack speed? Why is it not sampling the curve? Maybe that's the reason. No way, that was it. If this was it and it fixes it, I'm gonna be blown away by how much we have accomplished. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. Okay, it's still going super slow. Cast hit, target, no. Cast. Died, take damage, can attack, is alive. That's the movement. Start attack. Took damage. Attack range. movement speed, timer speed. Huh. Attack speed. Is it because our attack speed isn't like set somewhere? No. Set attack range, set damage, set movement speed, set timer speed, time between each cast. This is working fine. It's the cast time, like the speed in which the bullets travel. So if we head to the Spellbolt Purple Fairy, here it is. So we get export variable attack speed as a float. In the ready. Why did we comment this out? Maybe that will just do it. That would explain why it's not sampling the attack speed curve. Hey, I don't want this guy out, actually. He's going to cause issues. Alright. And now... No. Still going super slow. Okay. Projectile speed equals speed curve sample of the attacks of... Oh, wait. Of... Maybe it's get parent. Get parent. Get parent dot stats dot attack speed. So now it's going to get the parent and set it to it. That's the parent's attack speed. Or take the sample based off the parent's attack speed. Come on, work. Nope, that still didn't work. All right, let's just delete that. Okay, so translate based on the attack speed. But it says here our attack speed is 50. That's not right. Hang on. Why are we exporting? I feel like we should be exporting the character stats. Times get parent dot stats dot attack speed. Save. I should probably move one closer. There we go. There we go. We fixed it. Oh, geez. They're a little too strong. Whoo! Let's go, team. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely marvelous. Oh, my. All right. I think we just got a boatload done. So with that being said, I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to raid someone. Probably going to raid, I think we're going to raid Quellis Dev. they're a little duo team. I highly recommend you guys stick around. At least, you know, stay for the raid. Get those points, because we got some amazing channel point redemptions. If you see, you can actually put something into this game. Anything you want with enough channel points. I mean, almost anything you want. Like, obviously no, like, crazy profane things that's gonna, like, not pass Apple App Store check, but yeah, you get what I mean. For those of you who are new here, check out our Discord for all the updates of when we go live, and also just chatting around, stuff like that. If you're not following our X, I don't know what you're doing, because listen, even Godot Engine, they're following X. Just saying. X is great for like the quick little notifications, like if an update happens, usually I'll do a little stream recap real quick, that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm working on some YouTube videos right now. Don't forget about your ex, man. Follow her, move on. Wait. Follow her and then move on? Anywho, yeah, we stream every single day at 11:30 CST until usually around 3 CST, sometimes a little later. I think I have a package coming today, and I'll leave an update on X, but we might be starting an hour earlier. So if that package came, we'll see. Then yeah, we got some great and crazy events coming up. But for now, I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, I also got to commit my Git stuff. See ya.
Welcome, Raiders!
What's up, everybody?
Hello! Let's pull a Shiloh.